Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Back, and I'm going to do my September 2019 TBR. So, as the drama continues in my reading life, the things I've had, like as I said, I had kind of a breakdown over this last week with stress and over committing myself to books that I wanted to read. And I think I just stressed myself out too much that I had to stop. So I think what I did, made the choice was right. And if you guys saw my video from earlier this week, you know, I was a little out of, or just not, things weren't working. So this TBR is going to be one of my smaller ones, and I'm going to try to keep my TBRs, at least for the next couple months, this small so that I have space to move. So I've just decided that it's, as much as I want to schedule everything, I'm a scheduler by trade. That's what I do all day at work, is schedule. And I want to schedule my reading, but it's just not, it's not viable. It doesn't make sense to me anymore. It hurts because I want to read these books. It's just sometimes I pick the wrong times because I just tell myself, well, you're going to read that. Well, no, I should be like, do I feel like reading that right now? I do have more than enough books to choose from. It's not that I have trouble choosing books. Clearly not. It's more, let's keep it down to a minimum. So I have decided to make a smaller TBR so that I have space to pick up other books during the month. And I always pick up other books than what are on my TBR anyway, but this way I at least have the space to do it, and I don't feel like, oh, I'm not going to get to the books that I planned. I need to take away that stress. Reading is supposed to be fun. BookTube is supposed to be fun. I don't need to be stressing myself out. So I already have enough stress at work, which is getting better, just in case you wanted to know. It is. It really, it's going okay. Anyway, so I've only picked 6 books that for sure I'm going to read, and 4 of them are new to me and 2 of them are rereads. So I think that's pretty doable for me. I usually read between 10 and 12 books a month at this point. Sometimes some months like August, I read a lot more than that, but I also read a lot of short books. So, but if I read a big book, then I might only get as many as 8 to 10, you know, like, so, but about 10 to 12 it's about average I've been doing this year. I mean, I would say most of the months I was about that. So, I figure if I plan about half of my TBR, maybe that'll help me. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So I'm just going to talk about the books. As I said, these 4 books new to me, and then the couple rereads, because I'm a big rereader, and I'm not going to give that up just because I have the hundreds of books that I want to read. That's kind of how that goes. So the first thing, I am going to take part in Space Opera September, which is being put on by Thomas at SFF 180. I will have everything linked down below that I talk about today. His goal is to have people read like 4 books to go. He has this great program and all this stuff, but I've never been very good with prompts or challenges. Really, I just want to read whatever genre or whatever direction people want to go in. I have my own books for what I want to read stuff. So the 2 books that I picked, I just want to do 2 to start off with. There's only 2 I'm putting on my TBR for this read along. If I almost am positive I will pick up at least a third at some point. I just don't know which it'll be, or if I really will. I don't know. So, but these 2 are the ones I really do want to get to, because I've been thinking about reading them in September for quite a while. So the first one is Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey. This is the first book in the Expanse series. So this is about, you know, people who are living in the solar system out on ships and stations and things around. And I really have been wanting to read this for years. And I only saw the TV show like 1 episode. So it's not like I have any like impressions really of that, except that I did want to continue. I just didn't get to. So I am really looking forward to reading this. Rachel over at Shades of Orange is doing a read along on this on Discord. I will also have her information linked below to her video that talks about it. I'm kind of excited for that. I think that'll be fun to discuss it in a different setting. I mean, I've been on Discord with my writing group, but I haven't really done a lot of stuff on Discord, so we'll see how it goes. I have to remember to open the app. Well, That's fine. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to doing a read along with other people that I've met, you know, or talked with before on a book that I'm really excited about. So this one's about 550. So it's a chunker, and it's one I know will take me a while to read, just because it's a big book. But I am looking forward to this, and this is definitely like what I really want to read for Space Opera September. This was like the first one I knew I was going to read this one. And then another one I want to read is Record of a Spaceborne Few by Becky Chambers. This is in her Wayfarer series. It's the third book. I don't know a lot about this, and I have not let myself really listen. I know a lot of people say if you really like the first book but didn't like the second book, this one will be kind of like, or the other way around. You like the second book better than the first book. This is still kind of the medium book, like, and which is funny, as I liked both the other two just fine. So I don't know. I'm hoping this will be just as much fun as the other two, and I'll be good. So we'll see what happens. As I said, I don't know anything about this except it has space travel and some community in space. I don't know anything about it. As I said, I've not let myself really read them, but I am trying to catch up on this series. As I said, because I did buy this when it first came out, because I just finished A Closed and Common Orbit, which was the second book, earlier this year. So I did let myself pre-order this, and I hadn't read it. So anyway, I want to get to that also as well. So I have at least 6 other books on standby that I want to read for Space Opera September. I have some stuff on my Kindle. I have a lot of physical books. So I have some options if I want to read some novellas and some other books and other series that I need to start and a couple standalones, and I just there's plenty of stuff to read. So I know I'm going to pick up more of that at some point. So the book that I have, there's one book of the 4 of the new to me that I'm not quite sure I'm going to how do I want to so this book I want to read, but I'm not sure this is the time for it, but there's a read along going on, so I might join it. And it's a book I don't own. I'm getting it actually from the library. And that is Bellmen in Black by Diane Setterfield. So I don't know anything about this book. I'm really going into a lot of these books pretty blind. I haven't a clue really what's going on about a lot of these. Whatever. We're just going. Anyway, so I know it says it's a ghost story, so that's good enough for me. But Diane Setterfield wrote The 13th Tale, and I read that when it first came out. I got it from the library. I was super hyped for it, and I didn't like it quite as much as a lot of other people do. I enjoyed it. I still have fond memories of it, like that was a fun read, but I don't remember loving it. I think there was something in it that didn't quite set with me. Like I was like, oh, I don't really believe that, but we'll see. I don't remember. Because I read it whenever that came out, so I don't even remember what year that was. But when this came out a little bit later, I wanted to pick it up. I just forgot about it, kind of thing. And then I've just never come across it used to buy it. So I keep forgetting about it. So anyway, Katie at Books and Things is doing a read along in September on this book. So I thought, well, I might as well get the book from the library and just try it. I mean, as I said, I didn't hate The 13th Tale. I really enjoyed it when I read it. But I just don't remember a lot about it. It's actually one of those books I think I should reread to see maybe I'll see what everybody else loves so much about it, because I just didn't feel that way when I read it. But, you guys have to let me know. But I do want to try this one. I know. So this is kind of a maybe. And yes, I know, another read along. But, again, I'll read it at my own speed. Oops, I forgot. I need to. But I just, I would like to try that. So the other book is like the most anticipated book of this month. This is the book I'm waiting for. And nobody should be surprised that it's Nilini Singh's Archangel's War. So this is book number, I think I said 12. I think it's 12. Yeah, it's 12 of the Guild Hunter series. That was the series that started me on Nilini Singh. Whenever I started a couple years ago, at least, I don't know, it was 6, 7, 8 years ago, something like that. Anyway, whenever I found the first book, Angel's Blood, that was pretty much it for me, and Nilini Singh is one of my favorite authors of all time now. So this is book number 12. In the series, it comes out on the 24th, so as soon as this book is in my hand, I will probably be reading it. Of course, I cannot tell you what is going on in this book. This is it's definitely in a series. You want to read them in order. Do not start here. Angel's Blood. Start with Angel's Blood. Anyway. So, I love this series. I love this world. It has vampires and angels and archangels and guild hunters, who are people who like go out and pick up renegade vampires and stuff, and kind of keep the human population safe. And the world in this is just incredible because you have angels and archangels and powers, and then there's this overarching theme in there, and it's just, she does it so well. I mean, again, Nalini Singh is excellent at world building and creating long arching series. So this is like coming near the end, I think, of one of the first sections, kind of like, I don't know if she's actually said that, but this is a big book. Like, I mean, not a big book, like as in big, I meant as in a lot of things are happening. The last book was just incredible. So again, to put as one of my rereads, I'm going to be rereading number 11, Archangel's Prophecy, probably earlier this month, or September, to before that comes out, because that's the 24th. So I will probably read this either a week or two before, or I'll read it right before, or I'll be reading this when I get the book and then I can go straight into it. I don't know. But again, this book was one of my favorite books last year, so of course I'm going to really enjoy my reread, and then I'll go right on to Angel's War. And then the only other book that I have as a reread that I would like to get to is Castle of Wizardry by David Eddings. This is the 4th book in the Belgariad series, so I'm trying to finish this series up this year. Again, this is books I've read half a dozen times at least, probably more. It's, again, the last time I read it was 9 years ago. So I remember a lot of things, but I'm always surprised. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, and these aren't the best epic fantasies, but they're a great place to start if you have not read much fantasy. I think the Belgariad is one of the best series to start with for young readers who are getting into fantasy. I just think it's easy, and it's not a bad series. I just think these are great. I just think you just go into it knowing you're just for a fun ride. And so I have, this is number 4, and then the 5th one I want to read before the end of the year, which is Enchanter's Endgame. So my goal is to read this month, and maybe that one either this month as well, or come December, we'll see. Because I really, I just want to finish up my reread of this year, and then focus on the second series, the Molarian, next year for rereads. I love these characters. These are some of my favorite characters of all time. So anyway, wow, I have a short TBR and still a long video. Sorry guys, I keep trying to get shorter and shorter, but I'm not very good at it. So anyway, that is what I think I'm going to read in September. Or at least hopefully half of what I'm going to read in September, and half I'll come up with whatever I pick up along the way. What are you guys reading for September? Are you taking part in any of these readathons, read-alongs? Yes, I did try to cut back, and I have picked the things I'm most interested in to try or to get through. Even though I have hundreds of books I want to pick off my shelf too. So I think I tried to narrow it down. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see if this format works going forward. As I said, if I just think of half the books I'm going to read, I'll be okay. We'll see. I might just have to go where I just don't even plan. I don't know. I don't want quite to go to that point yet, because I do plan all the time, like think all the time. We'll see. Anyway, so what are you guys reading for September? Are you taking part in these? Oh, I already said that. So anyway, let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.